Welcome to Breakfast Talkos, the podcast where we talk about whatever we want, including better with ice cream, which we'll be talking about in this episode. We are your hosts,
Andrew
and Cash.
Okay, so
let's talk about the flavors, the greatest flavors. Because there are a lot of flavors, especially like I'm sure you've said before.
Yeah.
With the soft serve, you only have like a few different flavors.
You've got like
vanilla, chocolate, and that's basically it.
There's so many flavors. Like pretty much every single ice cream store you walk into, you're like, oh, that's different. Like a couple of them, you know. And I think some people get pretty kind of there's a lot. Okay, like there's no way we could cover this all. So do we want to start with our worst, favorite, or some like others?
Let's start with the worst.
Okay.
What's in your mind for the worst?
Okay, I don't necessarily have a worst. Like, I like all ice cream, because when they add the extra flavors, for the most part, it's not like, ew, that's gross.
Yeah.
I have two. So either it's vanilla ice cream that has been way too loaded down with, like, those, like, cold chocolate chips. Like, the cold chocolate. When you put cold chocolate, so you take your vanilla, and then you, like, bite down and you're like, ooh, that's hard.
Like frozen chocolate chip.
Yeah.
That is not good.
So
room temperature chocolate chips.
That's good. But you don't want the hard one. Okay. And this one it's not, like, bad, but I think it's overrated. Mint chocolate chip is overrated.
I say so, too. Because I'm not the guy who's tried all these flavors. I'm just saying that. But ice cream, for me, is supposed to be like vanilla is what I usually go with for soft serve. Unless I'm at Cold Rock. But chocolate is still good. Does it beat vanilla? Maybe not.
That's a debate.
Yeah. It is a debate. If vanilla is best, because some people are like, oh, vanilla's lame. You know, I've had it all the time. It's lame now.
I think, so there are the people that are like, I like vanilla, which is true. Like, it's good. You can put stuff on it. And then there's the people that are like, man, vanilla sucks. And then there are people that are like, vanilla sucks. I like chocolate. Because there are people that say vanilla sucks. Let's just get something like different. Because there are so many different options, you know.
Yeah, I mean, vanilla is just my go-to. Chocolate, sometimes I'll have it, but for me, it never beats vanilla. Nothing will ever beat vanilla until you start getting into the combos, like at Cold Rock.
I think that's it. So in the chocolate versus vanilla debate, I think so. Vanilla is like a classic.
Yep.
Chocolate is a classic, but I think vanilla is like the classic.
Yes.
So I think vanilla is just so much of a bigger thing. Like, more people like it. And then chocolate is just like, yeah, sure, there's a debate between vanilla or chocolate. But it's like it's just not as well liked.
Yeah, I think because vanilla is such a classic, when it gets too repetitive, it's not as good. You know, people go, oh, I've had this too often. So now I don't like it as much anymore because I've had it all the time, every time I get ice cream. Because it's a classic. But then there's a certain point when you cross something that it just gets to be too much. But like I said earlier, I'm not the type of guy to have ice cream all the time. So I still like vanilla.
Yeah. I think vanilla is something that it takes a lot longer to get old because you can like put some chocolate sauce on or some other sauce on.
Yeah.
And that just like brings it right back. And there's also like different versions of vanilla. There's like old fashioned, there's like premium.
Just don't put nuts on it.
Don't you dare put nuts on your vanilla ice cream. It's like the hard chocolate chips, but so much worse.
Except they don't taste like they should go with ice cream.
Well, the chocolate chips, at least it's like you get it and you're like, oh, well, this is chocolate. It's in ice cream.
Yeah.
You know,
it's supposed to work. Yeah.
But with nuts, it's like, ooh, crunch. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't do that. I'm looking at you, Grandma. Okay. Do you like your ice cream soft served or hard?
Alright, what's your view on this?
Okay, I can see good for both. I'm not like, man, if you get soft serve, you are a wimp.
Okay.
You know, or like soft serve is for humans, hard is for not humans. Like, I don't have an extreme preference, but I've got some ups and downs. Okay, soft serve is good.
Yep.
You go to Dairy King. Get yourself a soft served cone.
Yep.
It's good, you know.
Yeah, classic.
And it's like it's easy to eat, and it's just like it's cool because you can go like get the machine and like brrr, you know, and it's like soft and it's good.
Yes.
But okay, one, because it's soft, it melts faster, so it's messier. But that doesn't really matter because, like I said, it can be eaten faster. But from my experiences, at least, with soft-served ice cream, you've got, like, max, like, 3 flavors.
Yeah. I mean, the beauty of ice cream, especially vanilla, is that you can put anything you want on it.
Yeah.
And it won't, like, clash with the flavor, you know?
Too much, yeah.
Yeah, not too much. You know, put stuff on a vanilla cone. It's really good. Hard, or what's it called?
Hard
serve. Hard serve ice cream
yeah.
is a little, it's very filling, and that can be good if you're like, yeah, I want some ice cream. But it's not good if you're like, I just want some ice cream. You know, then you might want to go soft serve. But hard serve, like Cold Rock Creamery.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some pretty good ice cream, and it is not very soft. And it is extremely filling.
Yeah.
You can like never get a large.
That's good though.
It is pretty good, yeah.
It's got to be some of my favorite ice cream. But man, you got to be careful with how much you get there.
Oh yeah. I would not recommend a large unless you're sharing with somebody.
Yeah.
Because a large, you're like, oh yeah, that's not too much ice cream. I've been to Dairy King before.
Yeah.
And then you're halfway through and you're like,
oh
my god.
But it's good. You're like, oh, that's good. But then you're like, oh god, that is oof. You know. Okay, so we've agreed. Soft serve, right? Do you agree with me?
Yeah,
it's
soft
good.
serve.
It's good.
The conveniency. But hard serve is more like, I'm gonna get something special.
Well, actually,
Cold Rock.
I think it's actually almost opposite. Because you want soft serve, unless you're like, got yourself a soft serve ice cream maker in your house, which would be epic. But I'd probably gain some pounds, but it'd still be epic. But you can't really get that at your house. It's like you gotta go out to Dairy King or something like that, you know. Whereas hard ice cream is just like you bring it home in like a tote, you know, bring it in like the gallon totes or the pint totes, you know, like that's just like something most people can just like chuck in their freezer, you know.
Yeah.
So, but then with like Cold Rock.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Well, what I mean by conveniency is going out and buying something. It's cheaper, it's nicer, just like a little light. Not like super packed, super dense, like an entire meal in that little cup.
Yeah. Soft serve is really something where you're like, I'm just gonna like quick after school get some soft serve ice cream. And hard is like after dinner, I'm gonna have for dessert, you know.
After dinner? You mean for the dinner? I cannot have dinner and Cold Rock. I'm referring to Cold Rock because that's like the best ice cream you can get.
Okay.
But Cold Rock is pretty expensive though.
Yeah. Well,
but
it's good.
Is it worth it? I'd say
if you get the small size.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the way they've set it up, the more you get, the less you will pay per measurement.
Yep.
So the large or gotta have it is the best deal.
Yeah. But not the best deal for your stomach.
Yeah. Unless, like I said earlier, you're sharing with somebody.
Yeah. So back to the flavors of ice cream. So we've discovered like vanilla's good, but what about some of the other ones? Some of the ones where ice cream stores are like, this is the one that we only make, you know?
Like the exotic flavors?
Yeah, some of the different ones at least.
Like at...
Or
Okay.
or at least the different tasting ones. I've got one that isn't
Okay.
super exotic, but
Well, I have more combo that I really like from Cold Stone. Oops, whoopsies. Cold Rock.
Ed will
Yeah.
bleep that out.
Yeah, sure.
Whoopsies.
Oh my god.
That was such a good whoopsies though.
From Cold Rock, the strawberries with the ice cream, and it's got like caramel sauce. It's
Yeah.
not caramel, guys. Shut your face. It's caramel. There's no such thing as caramel.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue that right now. So here are some. I've got a couple lists listed down. So, have you ever had like it's like pistachio? I've seen it like a couple of times. I don't think I've ever had it, but
I've never had it, but I think it's, at least in some places, universally known as the ice cream that people make fun of. You know, pistachio ice cream. Yeah. Just that green with those weird chunks in it.
that would be the pistachios.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but some people love it. They're like, when I go to get ice cream, I get the pistachio. There's
Yeah.
like a couple people that are like, I love it. It's healthy-ish, except it's not really because it's ice cream. But you know.
Yeah, I've never tried pistachio ice cream, so I wouldn't know. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I'm not too experienced, but I don't know. It just seems a little weird, like the nut thing.
Yeah. Okay, so some people get some really weird. I haven't had any of these. I found this on a list while I was looking for research. Here are some. Onion.
No way.
That's what it said
People
on
make onion ice cream.
I don't know. I think someone does. There's got to be a store out there that's just specializes, and then these people, they get super famous. So there's like a couple on this list. So we got onion, avocado, and
What the heck?
ketchup.
Ketchup. No.
But you want to go
It's
to
almost worse than the onion.
I kind of want to go to this place, and I want to see these flavors.
We gotta try these sometime. Because
Yeah.
who knows? What if we try these and we're like, this is gonna be so bad, and then we taste it and we're actually like,
I think if it was done right, I think any type of weird ice cream if done right would be like,
yeah.
that's weird, but that's kind of cool. Good.
Yeah.
You know.
But hearing those names,
Yeah.
I don't think
You
it's
wouldn't
gonna
just,
be
like-
very exciting.
Yeah, you wouldn't just like automatically order that. Like just walking like, hey, do you got your ketchup ice cream here? I'm a big fan.
No, nobody does that.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to just quick touch on this. So, like I mentioned earlier, that there are different types of ice cream. I only mentioned vanilla, but it's for every ice cream. So there is like the cheap like gas station $1 pint carton of
It's pint.
pint.
It's not pint, Andrew.
Okay.
How long have you been saying pint?
Since I learned how to say the word pint.
No.
I don't know. Okay, so cheap gas station 1 pint containers, you know. So like cheapest of the cheap, you know. Like what do we got on that? Because I think it's still good because it's just ice cream, you know.
Yeah.
Like can't mess it up.
I've tried Ben and Jerry's.
Ooh, Ben and Jerry's. Isn't it?
That's the point. I was doing the off-brand thing. Edward.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, we could also.
They made some pretty good flavors. I haven't had too much, but they weren't bad. I've had a couple that's just weird. You know, doesn't really work too well. But hey, whatever tickles your fancy, I guess. You nut ice creamers.
So I think that's been ice cream
Yeah.
presented to you by Breakfast Tacos.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to this episode of Breakfast Tacos. We're on Spotify and YouTube. Make sure you follow and subscribe. And as always, see you in the next episode every Monday morning. Pint.